Hello, hello, hello everyone, and welcome back to the War Thunder official channel. My name is Marcus Boom, and I'm joined here by lovely Tom, aka Oxy. And today we have something special for you guys. We have done this once before in the Ixwa Strike update, where we took a look at all the new skins that were added to the marketplace for, well, the respective update. And today we're going to be showing you the new user skins created by the community for a direct hit. How are you doing today, Tom?
Okay, I can only hear you in my left ear.
Really? Is your cable properly in? Maybe on this side?
Go on, give it a shuffle.
Hello. Mic check.
There we go. Fantastic.
Hey, there we
now
go.
I'm doing great.
Loose cables.
I was a bit sad before, but now it's all fine. All fine.
Were you missing my ASMR?
I was...
Probably not.
It's not enough time to come up with something clever. Yeah, okay. Meh.
Oh god, Twitch is having issues again.
We do have people back in the office, so there's
We
probably some
do. Can you quickly write a message in the group chat?
Yes.
All right. Hopefully Twitch is able to hear us right about a few drop frames issues. YouTube should be perfectly fine. If you guys want to have the full experience of watching the stream, I do recommend going to YouTube this time because we have it in 1440p over there. And since the entire stream is going to be about showcasing beautiful skins, you might as well watch it in the crispest way possible. Now, in case you are unaware, we have this thing called user skins in the game. If you happen to play on PC, you can go right now to live.warthunder.com. It's our community webpage where you can download user skins to put on your vehicles. It's entirely free. It's beautiful. It's pretty simple to do. And you can have some very, very nice things like MiG-23 dressed as an F-14, for example, which I've totally not used to do to troll some people before. However, we have something else, which is a revenue share program. Some of these skins that are created by the players get selected to be put in the game as actually visible skins. So instead of just being a mods, they can be selected for a trophy, and other people can see them in the game. I have created a list of the skins that were selected for this recent update, Direct Hit. I'm going to put it in the link in the chat. You can check out. You can also find the links down below. On Twitch, it's a panel, which has a yellow dragon. It's one of the skins. You can click on it. And on YouTube, you can also check out the link in the description. This list has the names, the vehicles of all the skins that have been added in this trophy, as well as both the marketplace link, so you can buy the skin directly, or the Live.Warthunder skin, Live.Warthunder page link, so you can just download them for free. Keep in mind, there is, however, a big difference between buying one of the skins and downloading one of the skins. All the downloaded skins you can get for free. They only appear for yourself. They're user skins. They only appear on your client, which is fine if you just want to have a weep plane for some reason. I'm definitely judging right now. But they will not appear to other players. That is one thing to keep in mind. However, with the marketplace skins, the ones that you can buy coupons for, or sell them if you have some, those can be seen by other players. And it depends on the degree of the category that they are in. We have 3 categories: historical, semi-historical, and fictional. By default, everyone can see semi-historical and historical camouflages. Fictional ones have to be enabled by the player. Not you, but the players who are on the enemy team or your team. Just other players have to enable the settings so that they can see those skins. Now, how about we get started? And we're going to start off with the US, and one that I actually really quite like. Oh, come on, game capture, do your thing. Well, as you can see, we have a really, really nice noir skin here in the background. It is absolutely beautiful. Let me see if I can quickly reload that. Hold on. I just do display capture. There we go. That works just fine. This is the USS Candid. Tom, can you tell us a little bit about this boat and how it plays, perhaps?
I haven't really used it very much, but it's not really my favorite type of boat to use. It's a little bit too slow, and it doesn't come with like a frontal autocannon. I think it's just a 75 on that one, which is okay. But generally at that BR, like when you're fighting predominantly very fast patrol ships and such, you want something automatic, like a 40mm Bofors or something. Forward-facing, quite slow fire rate, even for high caliber guns. Not really super. There's a bit more defensive guns on the side and the rear, but even so, I mean, Directionally, it's not super strong, very slow, very easy to hit. It's quite tall. So not my favorite ship, but it's I don't know, it's kind of cool. It reminds me of the LS3, I think the
Hmm.
large landing support ship, which is quite cool. It's a very detailed course. Got the bofas on the back, which are okay. But I mean, if you're being shot from the front, there's no angles for any defensive guns to get actually on the target. So can be a bit tricky. In a bit of a tricky place depending on what like map and BR range you get. But in the right spot, if you kind of island hug and like stick the back out over like from behind an island, can work okay. But offensively and sort of as quite an aggressive ship, it's not that great. But a support vessel, which is kind of what it's intended to be, it's okay. It's not the worst by far.
This skin is made by Haruta, one of our players. You can check out the link down below to get directly to his creator page where he has other skins. And this one is classified as a semi-historical skin, which means by default other players will be able to see it. And I have to say, green boats are surprisingly nice.
Yeah, like where does the skin come from? Is it like a Vietnam era kind of thing?
I think it is. In the post, he included a illustration of one of these in this camo, and yeah, it looks pretty damn nice. I'm not much of a boat player myself, I have to say, so I'm probably not really going to be using this that much, but it does look pretty darn nice. Alright, moving on to one that I'm actually really happy about. We have the F4C Phantom 2 in this Pacific Missile Test Center camouflage. And I have to say, I really like the way this thing looks.
I love it, dude. Like
it looks amazing.
Yeah. It's a really nice, like, for whatever reason, that kind of shade of, like, orangey red is one of my favorite colors. It's so nice. It's kind of like a rare color to see and stuff, if that makes sense. Might be like a weird thing to say, but I mean, it's really pretty.
Well, it makes sense. It's kind of a rare thing to see because when you think about this skin wasn't really meant for combat.
Yep.
Essentially, what Americans did was use some of the old planes as drones to be used as target practice, which is what this thing became.
Yep.
So yeah, this is a target practice plane. If you happen to get shot down a lot in your F4C, I definitely recommend getting this skin. But I absolutely love the way this looks.
Yeah, it's like the yellow scheme on the King Cobras. They had their like target camo on. It's pretty cool. I like that a lot.
I wonder if you can paint those, put in a little dot,
I
an
hope
eye
so.
facing out of the way.
That looks like my sleep paralysis.
I feel you, my dude. But
Are we
yeah,
going
this
to be
is the
rating them
F4C.
out of 10 this time, or just having a look?
Oh yeah, we need to do the rating system. Right, rating system. So the briefest one, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, the boat one, just because it's quite nice.
Yeah, I'd probably go 4 as well. Yeah.
This one, honestly, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, I can't really fault it. I mean, it's the one thing I dislike about a lot of the new, well, the sort of newish high-tier jet camos is they're too sleek. They don't really look like combat colors. With the weathering on this one, it kind of fits, and I like that. And yeah, for me, I think that's kind of sold it. I'll give it a 5.
It does look absolutely amazing, that is for sure. I hope someone in the chat is going to keep track, by the way, so we can get a general ranking at the end of the stream and see how everyone does. Game 2, why is there semi-historical and historical? What is the difference? It's a difference in setting, essentially. For example, semi-historical skins are skins that were on a real vehicle, but perhaps not on that spittle. One, for example, is the Draken skin we're going to be showing towards the end, the yellow one. It was painted on a real Draken. It was a J35J model, not the J35D model. So if a skin was available on a vehicle series but not on a specific vehicle itself, it might be categorized as semi-historical. Or, for example, a big example as well is the Sprut SD. I believe that one gets a camo that was painted on other Russian vehicles, but not on the Sprut SD itself. But since it's still a real camouflage used by the Russian army, it is classified as semi-historical. The historical classification is pretty much exclusively for real skins that were on real vehicles. For example, this F4C is semi-historical, so I'm guessing this camouflage was put on a different vehicle. But this one right up, the F5E, which looks absolutely amazing, by the way, this is classified as historical. This is how a real F5E model was painted. In terms of gameplay, it differs in what you can see. By default, everyone has semi-historical enabled, so everyone can see the skins, but you can turn it off and set it only to historical, which means that you don't see all these semi-historical skins. And this is especially important in simulator mode. Simulator mode players tend to have it set to historical, so you don't have friendly fire incidents by camos that might look from other nations.
Yes.
Stuff like that. All right. This is the, hold on, this is a long name, TS 0503 14th Air Squadron Indonesian National Army skin by Helswerk. This is set as historical and it looks absolutely amazing. I have to say, it reminds me a lot of some of the Russian naval jet camos.
Yeah, it kind of does. It reminds me of some of the like Ace Combat skins as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
7.
So this one you can probably guess this is very much meant to be used over the seas. Indonesian camo as well, which is quite interesting. You don't see too much Indonesian stuff in this game.
No, I don't think so at all, really.
And it looks absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
You can see some of the detailing, of course. Keep in mind that with the marketplace skins, you tend to have a slightly lower resolution than what you can get from the downloadable ones because of size constraints. But honestly, this one is actually not too blurry. Those lines are pretty well defined.
Yeah, pretty nice.
I don't mind that.
Pretty nice. I'm a fan.
Sadly, it doesn't have the gun pods painted. We have one skin later on that does have properly painted gun pods, which is amazing. The F5E, though, this is one of my favorite planes to fly. It is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
It handles really well, really good missiles, and I like the skin. However, it's a bit of a tough competition because the F5E by itself already has some very nice camouflages.
It does, yeah. It really does. And that one is a little similar to the, well, not really, I guess. It's kind
of bicolor gray.
Yeah.
Which also reminds me a lot of Russian, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's completely different, but it is in the same vein. It makes the plane look more Russian than American, really.
Yeah.
All right. Tom, what do you give this one?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like disingenuous giving out too many 5s, but I can't really fault it, you know, because it's a really, it's a pretty unique scheme. It's clean, it's smooth. Yeah, I can't really find anything I dislike about it. I mean, maybe could be a bit more detailing, but I mean, that's just pedantic. I'm not really I don't know too much about everything that goes into these skins, so maybe I have a bit of a different perspective, but it's, yeah, really pretty. I guess I'll have to go 5 again. It is a nice one.
I'm going to give it a 5 as well. Okay, the glass is already that color. For a second, I have to paint the glass somehow, which would have been amazing to be honest.
Pretty nifty.
All right. Next up, we have the F-84F. This is the 301st Squadron Royal Netherlands Air Force, a Netherlands camo, although this looks like like Czech Rundle, to be honest.
I thought it was the Czechia Rundle, but I think they're quite similar, aren't they?
They may be. I'm honestly not sure what the current Dutch Rundle is. I know the old World War II one. It's like the orange triangle.
Yep.
The new ones, I'm not too sure of.
Lacking information. I lack critical information.
Yes. So this one is made by Invincible. Not saying the jet is invincible, but the creator is called Invincible. This is a semi-historical skin. So by default, everyone can see this. And I do like it when you take a plane that, like the F-84F, tends to have a lot of bare metal, and you give it a nice, I hesitate to say, Vietnamish-looking camouflage.
Yeah, it's at least more verdant looking, which is nice, because, yeah, you kind of, I remember back in the day, like when it was just like Sabre and MiG, it will get kind of dull just looking at the same metal scheme all over again, and like having something a little bit different is pretty nice, and I like that for those kind of basic bare planes. Same thing with the Mustang back in the day, the D5. It was just sort of bare metal with the winter and the winter scheme with the invasion stripes on it, and it was just a bit It kind of looks okay for a while, but you want something a bit more interesting to look at, a bit more detail, and yeah, this kind of thing really sort of adds what it was lacking, which is really, really nice. I like that one a lot.
And at least this one does add a bit of, well, military roleplay potential. You can, of course, go to live.warthunder.com and download yourself actual anime waifus on your planes with lots of colors if you just want that. I don't know why anyone does that, but I'm not here to judge, given that I do have all the Strike Witcher skins.
What do you expect it to do in the 5-minute ARB climb?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. That's about as long as I take as well. Okay, fair enough. That is absolutely fair enough. I need this hanger. Is there a link for it? I don't have the link to the hanger anymore. You may be able to find it on live.warthunder as well. It's a hanger where you can put on customizable pictures. I made all of these ones myself. I'll see if I can find it at some point again, but right now I don't have access to it. All right. Next up, we have... Oh, wait, no, the rating. Honestly, I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Yeah? I'd go for a solid 4, personally. what I like about it. If you can zoom in a little bit, it's the kind of bleeding colors what you get from like the dark gray and the green. There's like a little color bleed like from
Oh
spraying it,
yeah.
and I like that. It's a nice bit of detail, and I can I can gel with
Okay,
that.
yeah, I can get that. It's a nice bit of attention to detail there, but at
Yeah.
the same time, I don't know. It's a very well done skin overall, but it's lacking a little bit. It's lacking just a little bit,
Okay,
just a tiny little bit. All right.
understandable.
Moving on, we have the A4E. This is a squadron reward vehicle. You can get this for free by being part in a squadron. You don't have to research it through the tech tree like you usually do. This is the Early Attack Squadron WMA 211 Wake Island Avengers camouflage by the Omega 89. And this one is historical. This one is historical and it looks absolutely amazing. Let's get a closer look here. I have to say, this is probably the skin that impressed me the most with the amount of weathering on it.
Yeah, weathering's really nice. Really, really nice though. That's how I expect actual aircraft to look, which is very, very cool.
Yeah, yeah. Grimy, it looks like it's been through hell. You can see oil spills and smoke marks everywhere. Got the little Wake Island icon there in the background.
Pretty, yeah.
This looks really, really nice. It looks incredibly detailed. It makes it pop out a bit more even.
Everywhere you look on that plane, there's something that's been added to it, which is really nice. And you rarely see that with these skins. A lot of them, there's lots of like blank areas where there's, obviously it's just paint or whatever, but there's weathering, little details all over it, and that's really, really nice. A lot of effort gone into that one. Absolutely.
I don't know what this means though, by the way. Maybe someone in the chat can try and translate that. Is it just rescue in Japanese or Chinese? I can't quite recall. But yeah, the amount of weathering, like holy crap. I can't imagine how long it must have taken to actually make the skin.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Making weathering on a skin is one of the hardest things to do. It's easy to just paint panels in a solid color, but then it looks fake. It looks like a toy. To actually make it look realistic, you have to put in the manual work and putting the hours to add all these scratches, the dirt, the oil spills, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It honestly looks absolutely amazing. And just because of that, Omega 89, I'm going to give you a full 5 stars.
Yeah, definitely. My only the only thing I could probably dislike about it is that it's quite similar to like the existing skins that you get. Like there's a lot of those kind of like light grey colors for the A4s. And so that's my only like thing, but I wouldn't really take away a point for that.
But Tom, it has a candy cane.
It does a bit, yeah.
That's like an extra 2 stars.
That's a fair point. I have not had one of those for many a year.
Neither have I, actually. Neither have I. So yeah, this one I can definitely recommend. It is absolutely beautiful. One of our streamers is informing me Omega takes up to 6 months per skin. And yeah, I can see that. I can see how this one would take 6 months to do. So Omega 89, congratulations. This looks absolutely amazing and I'm very, very impressed. This one is historical, by the way. Once again, if you want to check out these skins for yourself, you can check out the link in the chat right now that I just posted. There are also links in the description or on the Twitch panels, which will take you to a list with all the skins, including all the links to the marketplace where you can buy the skins so other people can see them, or where you can just download the skins for free if you happen to be playing on a PC.
Yepers.
Yeah, we are doing fashion shows now.
Yes.
I mean, come on, this is just fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
Absolutely. And it's currently 1.1 and my brain just gave up. I was trying to say
1.21 gigawatts.
Yes, 1.37 Gaijin coins because I forgot how lexicography works. Yeah, so I guess periodically I can sort of give you the current price of these. Want to get one yourself, which is pretty cool. Always support Skinners. They do an incredibly difficult job of making all of these look very pretty. So support them.
Oh yeah, by the way, there's actually a revenue share program for these. These skins that get selected to be put into crates, the creators get actually paid. For every key, I'm not sure what the percentages are, but for every key that is bought to open the trophies, the creators get a share of the revenue. And there are some people who make actually quite a bit of money this way.
Definitely. So support them. They do a very good job and give you lots of shiny stuff. And the thing is, right now, we're probably not going to show, any of them on this stream, but in the past, I mean, there are a lot of skins from these boxes which are very old now. People aren't buying them very much and they're sort of stagnated. If you put in like, I don't know, $3, $4, $5 or euros, you can get like 50 skins for like 10 cents, which is really, really good. So, yeah, like I think I can probably show it here actually if we do camouflage and then we go price at the bottom. And there are all of these skins, which I'll go through here, which are all 10 cents, which is a tiny amount. And some of these are really, really, really nice. And as you can see, there is a lot of them. And they start creeping up a little bit, but even so, you've got a lot of options here for basically nothing. They're really, really cheap. And they're really nice. So absolutely it is worth going through and picking some up. And I've got a lot of good Skinner friends, and they all work very, very hard. So it's worth going through and having a look, picking yourself up some cheap skins.
I'm just very glad none of the Weep skins have made it yet.
Yes.
And I hope they never do. Oh,
hopefully. God. We'll see. We will see.
All right. Next up, we have a skin by one of our content creators, actually. It's Lubu, who has 2 skins in this pack, and he also had 2 skins in the last box.
Yep. They're back-to-back as well.
Yeah, he gets around. He gets around. This one is the M1A1 Abrams, the Winter Splitter Camouflage. This one is classified as historical. It's a nice little kind of Afghanistan-y desert with snow camo, which looks quite interesting indeed. Hold on, I need to put away the cursor, otherwise people are going to have OCD. All right, there we go. This one, honestly, it looks decent, and it looks, well, I mean, this was a real camo scheme on a real Abrams. It doesn't look too impressive overall. Although I do like this little sleeping bag,
like
neck camouflage in the background there.
Like, I think I miss, like, the provenance of this, like, what the actual scheme is meant to accomplish. Because, I mean, it seems like an incredibly niche set of, like, biomes that you're going through, like, with desert and winter.
Well, it kind of is, but it is real. I mean, you have Afghanistan. The Chinese also have a desert snow camouflage as well.
I think we have one for the, I can't remember what for, the PGL02 or something?
I think one of the wheel vehicles,
Yeah.
So yeah, there's definitely a thing that happens. I mean, it's very rare to see this kind of biome. You don't imagine sand and, well, snow mixing together.
Yeah.
But it happens, and that's what this kind of camouflage is for. Now, we sadly don't have that kind of environment really in War Thunder. You can still use this in desert, of course. White doesn't contrast too much with the yellow desert sands. But yeah, it's probably not the skin I would recommend using in city environment, though.
Yeah, like it's difficult because in any given situation, it's never going to be perfect camo. But I like it a fair bit for the reason that it's something that you'll never really see very much of. Like, I don't imagine this is a very common scheme at all for like any vehicle. And for skins and stuff, it's nice to get things that are a little bit different, or like a little bit different from the norm, I guess. And I really do quite like it for that. So it's pretty sweet, and yeah, very clean. I again like the little bag on the back. That's pretty nice.
I like the black barreled front as well.
Yeah.
That's quite nice. Very nice.
Appropriate amounts of weathering, I think. Doesn't detract, because some tanks can get a bit too overboard with it, especially with winter schemes when it kind of muddies up the winter. And
it kind of ruins the whole thing, really.
Yeah.
You can't really adjust the condition on these. Most of the marketplace skins you can't really adjust the condition on. Although there are a few where a few things get changed. For example, there's a Finnish T-34 coming up, where you can kind of change the color of the tracks that are mounted on the side of the hull.
Yeah, I like that. With the slider, yeah, you can do that on some skins. That's pretty cool.
So this one was made by It's Lubu, and this is not the only skin he made for the trophy.
Yes.
We also have one of my personal favorites, actually, the M4A376W.
What do you rate it?
Oh yeah, the M1A1, 3.5 again.
I'd probably go 4, just because I like the scheme, and I think it's like a pretty unique
fair enough, fair enough.
And you can currently get it yourself for 1.46 Gaijin coins. Yes.
They tend to be a bit more expensive right at the launch, I suppose.
Yeah, because like no one really knows what the value is and how rare stuff is. It always gets kind of high and then stagnates a little bit. But yeah, it's still pretty cheap if you want a kind of versatile, unique skin for your Abrams there. Very nice. And this one I like.
Abrams. See, this one I do actually really like.
Really nice.
So the tank itself I don't really play too much, but this camouflage is absolutely beautiful. I have the cursor in the way again. Sorry, there we go. No OCD for you guys. Okay. This is the Was ist das camouflage, which is German for what is that?
What are frogs?
What is that? What are frogs? It looks like a frog, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Meh.
I love. Yes. I like this a lot.
This reminds me a lot of the British European theater camouflage.
Yeah, or like the late bicolor. It's really similar to the late bicolor, which is nice because the thing that I don't really like that much about Allied tanks, like the American and the British tanks in game, is that they don't have like a base green camo. They're all like that kind of the olive drab color, which is okay. But I like having a bit of green, and it's nice to see that because this Sherman, I don't know if you have it on because you you can't see the preloaded marketplace skins on your account, right?
I can't, sadly.
This Sherman has some good skins already. Actually, I can probably show them because what I like about this is that it's quite different from the others that you've got, because this Sherman's got some pretty. So you've got this one, which is the other one, which as you can see here if I hover over it, which is one of the Korean ones, and I think the other one is a Korean one as well, which is pretty cool too. So these are some kind of nice schemes, a bit more flashy, which is why I like this one, because it's a bit more usable in terms of actually being camo.
It looks like actually properly good camouflage, and because it's dark colors, it can also use this in city environments, not just purely in the forests.
I like that a lot. Obviously, with my tracks and the bushes I've got, it's covering up the decals, but I really like it. It's a nice little historically scheme, and that works good as actual camo. Like, there's a nice duality with these, where you can get a skin that like looks nice and actually functions as well. Like, at least for me, I mean, the skins that function are the ones I'd always go for. Because
yeah, absolutely. And because this one is classified as a historical camouflage as well, you can use it as actually good camouflage in all game modes, even simulate mode.
Absolutely. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, by the way, Twitch is having some issues. I'm not exactly sure why. I recommend switching over to YouTube. If you're currently watching on Twitch, YouTube is having full bandwidth and 1440p. So I'm actually going to ask the mod real quick to direct Twitch to YouTube. There we go. All right. Okay, so yeah, please go to YouTube. We are double streaming on both at the same time. If you're experiencing issues on Twitch, please go to YouTube. You can watch the stream in 1440p over there. Not exactly sure what is going on right now. I tried restarting everything. It's still having some issues. All right. Moving on, we have this skin right... Oh, wait, we forgot the rate. I keep on forgetting the rating.
I'll keep it in mind.
We should do it at the start of every skin, I think.
Okay, that could work. Yeah, all right.
So, okay, that M4, I'm going to give it a 5.
I wouldn't say 5 because it's really usable, and it's like a scheme that I don't know, I really like it. So that one's a 5 for me, easy.
The scheme is beautiful, very usable. I enjoy that. I absolutely enjoy that. Okay.
Easy.
Next up, we have the M6A2 skin. This is in the 16th Engineer Corps skin. This one is made by Tier Storm 1, and it is classified as semi-historical, which means by default, people can still see this camouflage. This, by the way, is not the minimum wear. This is just how the skin looks. It is nicely weathered, as you can see. Semi-historical, of course, because, well, the M6 was a prototype in very limited numbers. I think only 1 to 3 were ever built. I don't think any in these configuration was ever built. And as such, it never really got these camouflages for combats. But Theo Storm over here took one of the camouflages from the 16th Engineer Corps and put it on this tank. Alright, let's take a little bit of a closer look. This skin, I'm a bit conflicted, because on one side, I appreciate the effort of putting in all of this weathering. And I still like the underneath base camo, but I think it's gotten a bit too overdone. It looks a bit too dusty.
It's a little bit too dusty, and it looks like one of those gradient overlays you can get for Photoshop. So it's like a solid mass that's over the whole thing. So yeah, I like the scheme. It's very similar to the one we previously looked at. Only slightly different. But yeah, I think the weathering is what kind of kills it for me a little bit. I still like it at all. Like, I wouldn't say it's like lower than a 3 for me. I'll probably go 3.5. But yeah, the weathering makes it like a little bit... I don't know. I don't really know the way to try and quantify my feelings. Much like real life.
I think it's a little I think it's a little bit just too overdone.
Yeah.
It kind of washes away the colors a little bit too much.
It makes me feel like I want to drive it into a river.
But, yeah, this could use a wash, actually.
Yeah.
So, Tom, when are we going to do the tank wash post pin-up calendar?
It's not a bad idea, actually. We need to wear some nice clothes, though.
Or none at all?
Or none at all. Yeah, they do those sort of
just a white
things.
T-shirt.
Yeah,
that's all we need.
And then they do the thing with like the water hose going over the points. That could work. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Actually, no, let's not. I realized I was actually in the real world and not in my head for a second.
You gave it a 3.5? Yep. I'm going to give it a 3.5 as well. I like the concept, a little bit too overdone with the weathering, however.
That's what I would say as well.
Alright, next up we have a camo by Liechtenstein. Once again, one of the creators that has been featured before as well. He does some great work. This is a camo for the HSTVL in experimental dual text camouflage. It's got a bit of a digital vibe going on here, which I do quite enjoy. Let me quickly get a little bit of a closer look here. And there we go. A little bit of a digital camouflage vibe, which I do quite enjoy. It makes these tanks look a lot more modern. I'm not sure if this is a base weathering on the can barrel, but it looks quite nice, actually.
I think it might be like that.
It might be. But just the camouflage does look pretty well done.
Yeah.
See, this one has just the right amount of weathering. It doesn't look too dusty. It looks definitely used. This doesn't look like a brand new, freshly painted and washed tank. It looks like it's been through the desert, but I do quite enjoy this camouflage. And because this one is classified as semi-historical, it actually has a proper use as well. This serves as a proper camo in War Thunder, and you can use it quite effectively, I would say, honestly.
Yeah,
this kind of color combination works everywhere.
It's a really versatile scheme. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's basically usable on all maps that aren't strictly snow. Even on then, I mean, you can hide in ridge lines and stuff and keep a bit of the shrubbery colors, but or foliage colors rather. But yeah, I like it a lot. It's really workable. A nice little distinction with the little blocks, like the Lassand colored blocks.
You want to play some Minecraft?
You could probably, like, from a distance recreate this in Minecraft with blocks, couldn't you?
Oh yeah, probably. I mean, even the HSTVL by itself is a very blocky tank, so this just fits perfectly in a digital camouflage.
Yeah, it's nice. I really like it. I'd say 4 for that one.
I'm going to say a 5, actually.
Ooh,
I really like this one.
Yeah.
4.5. 4.5.
4.5, okay.
It's not quite on the level of Banana Draken, which is coming up later on, but I like it. I like it quite a bit. Oh, what? Which is completely dying, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like it's not strictly an issue with the internet because we've got YouTube running perfectly fine. There's no issues there. Yeah, it's just there's something weird with the connection here. It's like some sites and some services work completely fine. Others are staggered for whatever reason. Even if no one's using the internet, if everyone's using the internet, change whatsoever. So there's an issue with some connections. There's nothing we can really do about it right now. At some point we can probably get it looked into when there's more ability for people to be here and check out stuff, but right now...
Gotta call Indie 90 support.
Absolutely.
This is the Predator skin by a badass Jellikin. This one is for the new M1A1HC, which was just released with the last update. And classified as historical, which means you can use this in all game modes to full effect. I really like this one.
My favorite thing, and when we did the poll, the thing I pointed out was I really like the white on the box of the APS.
Yes,
I don't know why I really like that.
Yes.
Like my comment on that was just like I really like the box. Add it because of the box, and I did. Well, probably not from that comment, but even so, that's really cool. I like the white box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
I do really like this one. It has these little panels over here. I'm going to call them canvases, which I guess they technically are, really. You can
What
put
are they for? I actually don't know.
You can put the company markings on the turret cheeks to identify each other.
Is it sort of to be interchangeable in that sense?
Yeah, I suppose. It's a bit easier this way. And I absolutely love to destroy it with my enemy waifus.
This is not appropriate, surely.
It is absolutely appropriate, don't you worry. There you go. You can even kind of mirror it, although not properly because of the angle differences.
They're asymmetrical, aren't they?
Yeah, kind of. The turrets. I'm going to ruin the Abrams for you, by the way. Yeah, the left turret side has lower angle than the right turret side. This is by design. This is not a modeling error. This is how the Abrams looks. You just never notice it. Until now. And now you can't unsee it anymore.
In the same way that the Panzer IV's turrets are offset, and the BTD's rudder is like off at an angle as well. There's so many things that completely mess with you. Absolutely.
This is going to be a whole lot of OCs in the chat in a second.
Yes. Perhaps.
This one, once again, you can actually adjust the weathering a little bit to affect the cannon barrel camouflage and how much, I guess, smoke is there. Actually, this is a very interesting point here. Look at that. Depending on the camouflage condition, you can see a bit more, I guess, weathering around the outside there.
Nifty.
Looks very nice. I actually like it in the minimum condition.
Yeah.
A bit more contrast there, but yeah. This camouflage is absolutely great. I feel like we're giving out too many 5s, but I'm going to give it a 5
Yeah, I mean, they're
as
really
well.
good. I mean, like, the ones that are picked this time, it's a pretty strong box, I think. I mean, obviously, some of these might not be the most technically amazing, but visually they look pretty good, and I think that's what we're sort of judging on. So, yeah, I think comfortably that's pretty high up there. Very good, again, for actual camouflage. Got its own little accents to look at, like the white box and stuff. I think that's pretty good. Tom likes white boxes. Giggity. What, is that like a lewd thing? A white box is a lewd thing?
I wouldn't know, to be honest.
Is that
That's
like
outside of my area of expertise.
Is that a jape? I don't know. I'm going to look it up on Urban Dictionary.
Nothing ever good comes out of Urban Dictionary.
No,
Tom.
but I need to know. I'm curious. Wait, it's not helping, is it?
I don't think it is.
Um,
Once again, this camo was made by Badass Jellikin. It is classified as historical, except of course for the anime waifus, that was me. And it is a very, very effective camo. Alright, we are with the US. Let's go and check out the Germans. They got some interesting stuff, quite a few indeed. Starting off with the first one. Did you find it, Tom?
yeah, it's derived as a dirty shortcut. Comes from the practice of putting a white box over a part of a figure that you don't want to show on a PowerPoint slide, rather than just editing or remaking the figure itself. So I think it's like when you like have a picture like clip art and has like a white border around it that you don't crop out. I think it's like that. So it's like a derivative of being lazy with something, I think.
Fair enough.
I don't believe, well, I can't believe there's this many terms for things on there, which is shocking to me.
Half the stuff in Urban Dictionary is made up.
Yeah,
It's
well,
fine.
I think pretty much all of it is. But, well, I suppose everything's made up, really, isn't it? So it works out.
Every single book in the world is just a combination of the same 26 letters.
Yeah, like the Library of Babel. You know, actually, I'll talk about that later. Let's talk about skins, which is why we're here.
This is the HE162A2, which has actually been a bit of a surprise for me. I currently have a free KD in this plane.
Yeah, it's really
I
good.
don't know how.
It's like, I think people hated it for so long that no one played it, and they actually forgot it's not awful.
To be fair, it really depends. You have to have a very specific playstyle, because this plane in the hands of the general player is quite awful.
Dude.
It overheats immediately if you use web all the time. The acceleration is really poor. The climb rate is nothing amazing either.
You can outturn Bearcats with it, though, which is very, 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 very funny.
It depends. It depends. At the same time, I've been struggling against F2Gs.
Yeah, maybe against like some really powerful stuff like the Spit 24 and stuff. You can't even, oh, you can see that still. But yeah, I know, I like it. It's pretty usable.
Now, this skin here was made by RMK18. It is called Nervenklau, and it's actually an historical skin. It's a historical skin, which means everyone can see these, and I do quite enjoy it. I mean, it's definitely a nice change over the regular HE162.
Yeah, it's a lot smoother, it's more realistic.
Very much so. The Battle Berlin camouflage, if it actually wants to load.
There it is.
I think my PC is a little bit too overloaded right now.
I think that's the
Oh, yeah, that is. There you go. Battle Berlin camouflage. I mean, it's slightly different. It's not too different, really.
yeah. The thing is, as well, it sort of functions as a nice cheap skin to get as well.
Yeah.
Which I think we always need those. And,
Although, I'm going to blow your brain, Tom.
don't do that.
I have made a really nice camouflage myself with some decals.
Oh, I don't want to. That's okay. I was expecting it to be horrible, like
No.
something really weird, but that's quite good. I like that.
I essentially took out some free individual yellow stripe decals, which I think you can only get through DMM, and essentially made my own little modernized HE162.
Yeah, that's
There you
pretty
go.
nice. I like
That works.
that.
But yeah, Nervenklau. Nothing too different from the base camo. It's a slight variation here, but given that it's historical, it does set you apart on the runway, which is one thing I really like about the camouflages, and I'm going to give it a 3.
I'd say 3 as well. I like the little bit of weathering that's done. I like the thing I like. I don't know why, but it's like the way the wavy green is on the bottom of the engine, the way that it's not really symmetrical. I like that a lot. Of like the bottom of the engine, the way it kind of, you know, it's not really symmetrical. I like that. I think that's good. It makes it seem more real, which is pretty cool.
Real indeed. Ooh, next up we have a vehicle I actually really like playing. Die 15 cm Panzer Wagen 42. This is essentially a 231 chassis. Actually, is it a 231 chassis? It is a 231 chassis, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I don't really know much about the sort of nomenclature.
Maybe a
of-
slightly different chassis anyway. It looks very much like 251. This one has the 15 centimeter rockets, and now you also get the proper rocket sights for them, so you can actually use this thing at range. It is a very, very fun vehicle to play. Cheap, premium as well, not too expensive.
It's kind of expensive, to be fair.
How much was it again?
It's like 4,800, isn't it?
Okay, that's a bit expensive, but at the same time, this thing is so much fun.
It is.
I absolutely love it. This is the ambush camouflage for the Panzer Lehr Division, so a training squad essentially. And this one was made by Joker BVB09, and it's classified as semi-historical, which means that other people can by default see it. Let's take a bit of a closer look here. Oh, sorry, OCD. There we go. I like it when skins add number plates.
Yeah, it's nice. Add something to it.
The camouflage itself is nothing too flashy, although it is very much it's just a classical German camouflage, really. You see a lot of models painted this way.
Yeah.
And it's actually very, very effective. This is a camouflage that works in very many, in a lot of different situations, I would say.
Very many situations.
Yes, very many situations, camouflage. You can use it in the desert probably not too much, even though you have some desert aspects here. The brown and green kind of give you away. But in forest, it works pretty well. Stuff like Hurricane Forest.
Yeah, it's pretty much ideal for that, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely that way. I like that the barrels are also painted.
Yeah, lots of little work going into there. I like that.
A nice little bit of work over here. However, I'm going to give it more than a salamander, but not too much. I'm going to say 4.
4? Okay.
A 4.
I'd probably go 3, not because I dislike it anyway, but because it's very, very similar to the existing skins that we can get. And when we're getting like a skin in the marketplace, whatever, I like it to be very different to like the options you have. So on that base, I think I'd go 3, but technically and functionally, the skin is really nice. But just on that basis, I'd get it a bit lower.
Once again, if you guys want to check out the other way, you can do so by clicking the links down below. There is a panel on Twitch where you can click, which will take you to a list. And you can do the same on YouTube with a link in the description. This will take you to a list of all the skins, including the links to the marketplace where you can buy them, or even the live.dwarf on the pages where you can download them for free for yourself to use. Alright, next up we have... Ooh, this is going to be a big one.
Large boy.
The Admiral Hipper. Okay, I need to give you the context of not having any skins on at all. This is what the Hipper looked like by default. It's alright, Battleship Grey, I mean, kind of bland, I want to say.
Yeah.
However, with this December 1940 camouflage by a Mark Crusader, which is a historical skin, but it elevates it quite a bit. I do really like this one as well.
Hmm.
Do you want to...
I have another one as well, to show for comparison one.
That's actually a really nice one.
This is another one you can get as well. The Norway skin with so the grey is a bit more whites there, and some stronger blacks, which help break up the silhouette a little bit, which is nice. It lacks color though, which this one doesn't as much.
Yeah, this one has that nice little blue over there. I can see myself sailing through the Northern Sea with this. I gotta say, ships have an amazing amount of detail on the models, which is a bit sad because you don't really get to see too much of this in battle, really.
Yeah, it's the thing. Yeah, I like I do quite like the sort of detailed ship camos, because I mean, with ships you are looking at your ship constantly, and not sort of in a dissimilar way for tanks where you're looking all over the screen trying to spot stuff. But for ships, it's like, I think it has more of an impact visually when you're sort of playing it, which is cool. And I like that. Technically, I don't know if this skin is the most technically advanced in terms of the way it was been made from what I can see. But I like the colors. I like the red on the back, the yellow on the turret. And is the Arado on the back painted differently? If I look at it on the base skin, is it different or not?
No, it's the same. It seems to be the same.
Okay, it looks a little lighter. Maybe it's just the colors on the monitor.
It's the filters. I have the filters on as well. I do like the weathering there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. The Admiral Hipper. It gets those yellow turret tops though.
Yeah, I like that. Like
same as the Karlsruhe.
Like the Karlsruhe.
I'm not sure if I'm a fan of the yellow turrets, but I'm a fan of this skin in general. It looks quite nice indeed. Once again, this was made by Mark Crusader. It's classified as historical, so everyone can see these. And I'm going to give it a 3.5. Yeah, solid 3.5.
I'd probably go 3 again for this one, just because, I mean, technically, looking at the differences in weathering, it's basically just selecting bits of the ship and changing the tone from what I can see. So there's not a lot of technical detail going into that one. But I like the scheme for what it is.
Do you want to explain those decals, Tom?
No, I was just sort of... I mean, certain levels of annexing need to be done. And if I'm, I need to make it clear what my position is.
We do a little trolling.
Do a little trolling.
We do a little trolling.
Absolutely.
All right. Speaking of annexing stuff and trolling, we have a skin for the German KV-2. Yes, you heard that right. The German captured KV-2. This is the 66 Panzer Battalion, skin by Nelson BR, a Brazilian. Well, he says he isn't Brazilian, but I suspect he is Brazilian. I very much suspect he is Brazilian. Okay, this is for the KV2.
I very much suspect he's Brazilian.
Yes. Sus. Let's get a little bit of a closer look here. Now, this is not the most intrinsic skin here, really. Although, I have to say, the one reason I really like this one, it makes it look like a salamander.
I can see what you mean, yeah. I like the black on it. It breaks it up quite nicely. Like, I think, again, it's not like the most technically adept skin there is, but it's a color scheme we don't really have in any way. And that's what my thing is with these skins. Like, if it adds something new, it's different from the options that we already have, then I'm a fan of it. So I like it for that. Yeah, it's a kind of a more deserty yellow than the I don't want to say it. The standard German scheme on the Tiger H1, the Panther, etc. Like their factory yellow color that they have. It's a bit more lighter than that, I think.
It is. It leans a bit towards the green, I think. It's a bit more of a leaning towards lemon, I would say.
Yeah, lemon, I think is a good way of putting it. Yeah, I can see that.
So far the Germans have a watermelon Brumbeer. The Swedish get a banana Draken. And this looks like a spoiled banana to some degree.
Yeah, kind of.
Spoiled pear, maybe.
Yeah. When you were growing up, were you told that the black bits in bananas were tarantula eggs? Because I was.
I wasn't told that, but I never ate them anyway.
You knew.
I knew.
What do you rate it?
3.5.
I'd probably go 3 again. Again, like, it's not the most technically adept looking skin in the world, but I like that it's different. And I'm all about that. And especially for captured tanks. Captured tanks are usually quite boring in their camo schemes they get. So anything that makes them a bit more different, a bit more unique, I'm a big fan of that. So that's, yeah, I'll probably go 3 for that one.
This one is classified as historical, by the way, so everyone can see these, which is quite nice. Now, next up, we have one that I actually really quite like. This one is amazing. This is for the captured German T-34, and it's a Finnish camouflage. Yep. In Finnish, tricolor camouflage by Sir Mortimer. This one is classified as semi-historical, so by default, people can see these, but you might not be able to use this in simulator mode. And for this one, you can actually affect the weathering on the tracks here on the side. You can make them darker. Or lighter.
That's cool.
I do quite enjoy this.
Yeah.
This, it's once again one of those skins that looks very dusty.
Yeah, it's quite dusty on the hull especially, yeah.
But honestly, this one pulls it off.
Yeah.
This one pulls it off pretty well. I like this camo scheme. I like this camo scheme a lot on the Finnish KV-1B.
Yep. I'll show that quickly.
It looks absolutely amazing. It's not quite exactly the same camo scheme, but the same kind of color combination.
Yeah.
This one is a bit more refined on the T-34. But it's a scheme that works pretty well in the winter forest maps, or just in general. I mean, this looks actually really, really quite nice.
Nothing.
Yes.
Ever since I played Control and you have the Finnish janitor, that's all I know in my head. It's such a good game, by the way. You should all play it. It's really good.
I thought you got it from My Summer Car.
What's that?
Have you not heard of that yet?
No.
It's a weird one to explain, to be honest. I wouldn't be able to do.
Okay.
It's basically Finland Simulator.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yes. Play Control.
Model looks pretty damn well. It's pretty damn good, and in this camo even more so. I'm going to give this a solid 4.
I think 4 as well. And interestingly, that decal on the back of the turret, if you bought the tech deal that the original KV-1B came with, it came with a placeable decal of that.
Oh.
322 or 332. And so yeah, that's one of the rarest decals in the game. And yeah, it's kind of interesting that it has it.
I'm betting you have it.
Don't worry about it.
Weird flex, but okay.
Yes, I have 3 numbers on my account.
Yes.
What are you going to do about it? Not place them on your tank? That's what I thought.
All right, next up we have one that is actually really quite intricate. I really like this one. The German F4F detector version. This is the 40th anniversary aircraft Jagdgeschwader 71 Richthofen. This one was made by Bob Pye.
I think that it has the Richthofen logo on the very bottom of the plane as well, if you can see that.
Oh, kinda? Hold on, let me see if I can quickly do a little Ansel magicry. There we go. Can I go below it? Yes, I can. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, so you got the... What was that, the emblem?
Richthofen's logo. You can get that as a decal in game, actually. I think. Let me see if I've got it on my...
Now you may notice this one has actually painted gun pods.
Here it is, yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
This one.
It looks a little bit different here though, I think.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
it doesn't
more,
have the NATO things around it.
Yeah. Cool though. And as usual in regular Bob Phantom fashion, you have incredible weathering done on the plates there and all the rivets and stuff. If we look at the rivets on the side, you can see it's a very... What I like about this is that, like I was saying earlier, the really striking skins with like bright red, blues, bright yellows, which we'll see later, I don't like how sleek they look. They look like toys, basically. But this one is perfect because it has almost, I hasten to say it, an almost perfect level of weathering on it, to the point where the colors aren't overbearing. It looks like an actual aircraft that's like flying. It gets a little bit of grime, but it's still like well maintained. Still has some decent colors, and I really like it for that. It's you know, it hits all the right points. I can't really fault it.
Especially on the rather, I really like the attention to detail.
Yeah.
You would expect a bit more dirt on the hinges.
It works really, really well. It's a really nice color, and I think everything combined, especially with the extra work on the gun pods there. And what I like about stuff in terms of when any like level design or graphics or whatever is when effort is put into the things that most people or even some people won't see. Not everyone's going to equip those, you know, and they might lose that forever. But the fact that effort's been put in to make it look nice for the people actually who are experiencing and using that is that always goes really far with me. So, you know, this is easy. Like can't really give a high 5. That doesn't count. But yeah, 5 all the way for this one.
Yeah,
Absolutely
we give
brilliant.
the 5. That is for sure.
Yeah.
This is a solid 5 skin, and because it's historical and everyone can see this one, and it's on a pretty popular aircraft. The German F4F is pretty good. I can see this becoming quite expensive.
Yeah.
I can actually probably check it. Can check it on the marketplace.
Nice.
If you click on the link, it has a link directly to the marketplace over there.
No, I'm doing it my way.
Fine, I'll do it quicker then.
No, not fair. It is currently $2.05.
$2.05, which is just below the key price, actually.
Yeah, key is like $2.50 or $2.49, I think. So yeah, it's actually still pretty cheap for what it is. I was expecting this one to be way more, to be honest, but excuse me, it's
For now.
For now. But for what it is, pretty affordable, well worth getting, I think. Great work as usual from Bob there. Very good stuff.
All right, that's all the German aircraft done. Let's go to the Russian, starting off with a, well, probably not the most loved aircraft out there.
Yeah.
But with a very interesting camo. This is a skin made by MLRS.
Wrong
It's
screen,
classified.
wrong screen, wrong
Yes, I
screen.
know. Hold on. I know. I'm just doing the announcement beforehand.
Yeah.
This is skin by MLRS. It's classified as historical, and it is for the KA-52, the factory camouflage. Basically, this is what the KA-52 looks like factory testing before it gets painted and shipped off to the, well, front or troops, I suppose. Yeah. It's an interesting one. I like this kind of yellow, although I don't think it's going to be a very good tactical advantage.
It's me a bit of the MiG of this one, a little bit of the of this. I don't know what I was doing with
yeah,
these.
just kind of the same same scheme there.
Yeah, it's like a very similar to this. This kind of a factory like lime color. I want to say it's like kind of lime color, and the gray as well. So that's kind of cool.
It makes it look a little bit like a high-vis vest, though.
Kinda, yeah. And I think if I can get them up again, it's quite different from the existing skins. This one's more, I guess, well, I hasten to say abstract. The other ones we have are more kind of functional, like actual use, etc. I think this one's more like a very sort of deserty Egyptian color. And so yeah, it's decently different from the existing options. It's a kind of unique, well, interesting to get from an actual skin. You don't really see this kind of thing very often. It's pretty nice. There's only a couple like this. I think like the Tiger 1 has like a red primer. The Ferdinand has its red primer as well. And so having like the factory ones is pretty cool. I like that.
Pretty I like how detailed over here as well. Yep. Now, I'm not sure what to give this one really, because on one hand it looks unfinished because it's what it's meant to be.
Yeah.
And that just notice how derpy this face looks, by the way.
Oh.
It has. Oh god, how did I never notice that eye before?
That's kind of sweet. I don't know what it reminds me of an animal, but I don't know what animal it reminds
Platypus.
me of. Yeah, I could see that.
We have yellow parrot. So
quite sweet.
Interesting. I'm not sure what to give this one, to be honest. I mean, I might give it a 4.5.
I'd say probably a 4 for me. I would give
Yeah,
it.
4.5.
Yeah.
That's. It's not quite there. It's not quite perfect. I would have liked if it had the gun pods also, the rocket pods also painted. That would have been a solid 5. It's an interesting one.
Yeah,
I like
it's a nice, unique scheme. I'm a fan.
I think I deduct the point just because of the not really great use in combat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Moving on, we have the Su-7 BMK in the Iraqi Air Force camouflage for photo reconnaissance aircraft. This one was made by Yes Man, and it's classified as semi-historical as well. I like what they did with it. You can see like a shadow of an eagle over there.
I don't know why, but I really like this, even though it's quite simple and has quite boring colors. I like it. I really like it. I like it more than I thought I would.
The concept is nice. I find the colors to be a bit bad, though.
Yeah, it's the colors I think hold it back a bit, but I still really like it. I like this. I feel like, what's that thing with Danny DeVito where he's got the wig on? This I love. What's that? You know the thing where he's in the art gallery and he's like looking at the air conditioner?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Danny DeVito right now.
And it's just this brown. If it was any other kind of brown, maybe I would enjoy it more. But this brown is really off-putting to me.
I think I like it because it feels like, you know, in like Ace Combat kind of games where you have like, oh no, it reminds me a bit, not even functionally, but like in Project Wingman where you have mercenary pilots and stuff. It feels like it's a scheme from like one of them where it's not like super technical, it's kind of budget, but it's got like a little bit of charm to it. It feels like a kind of budget Air Force thing for me. And because I like those kind of stories and that kind of thing, I like it for that. Even though I've invented why it's good in my head and like not from a perspective of it being pretty, I like it for that. Even though, you know, it's not the most technical thing in the world.
But would this be one of the bosses or a cannon fodder?
It'll probably be cannon fodder.
I can
like
see that.
I really like it for that. And maybe that's just a stupid thing, but...
I'm guessing you're going to give it a higher rating than me then. I'm going to give this a 3.
Yeah, I'd say 4. I'd say 4 for that. Even though, I mean, literally, I think I'm the only person in the world that would, you know, because I've just invented it in my head. I've like made up provenance. But yeah, I like it. I think it works for that, I think. Sorry for hitting the mic there, but...
Andre on Twitch, do you guys work for Gaijin? Yes, we do. We are the official streamers for Gaijin Entertainment. This is the official channel.
Yep.
Oxy, have you played 17,692 hours?
I think nearly double that.
Spoilers.
They need a clue.
Do they though? Do
Well,
they though?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is actually the correct camo I have on my SU-17M2 right now. This is the one. Yeah, it is the one. Okay. This is the next camouflage for the SU-17M2, the USSR Navy camouflage made by Vota Piedra, and it is classified as semi-historical. I'm not sure what to say about this one. See, on one hand, it looks very good. On the other hand, it looks kind of too similar to some other camos we already have in the game.
That's exactly what I was going to say. For me, it's very similar to the MiG-27M, the base skin. It's not precisely the same, but it has the same, like this color here, like the sand color, and this like lime teal color, I think are pretty much identical, as well as the green. So... yeah, I think it doesn't add a huge amount on that basis. I like the red nose though, and the flag, the sort of the navy flag on the front. I think is quite nice. But I think at a glance, it's a bit too similar to the MiG-27M. Although that's not particularly the skin creator's fault in any way, because I mean they didn't really have any say on what the skin of the MiG-27M was going to be.
How dare all these militaries put on the same skin on all their planes? We need unique skins on every single plane.
Crazy how it'd be that way.
Here's the thing, I don't think we should really taint our judgment based on that fact.
Can we look at that little decal on the very front there?
This one over here.
Yeah, what's that? I hadn't actually noticed that. That looks like a Smurf with like a wing helmet.
Smurf PC Master Race guy.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah. that looks kind of cute. Am I seeing like a face on that, or is it meant to be a face?
It is. Yeah, it is a face. I'm pretty sure it is a face. It's like a blue Kirby with glorious hair that extends into a wing.
It looks too cute. It looks like we're looking at it from the wrong perspective. But I guess maybe it's meant to be like that. That's kind of
I do like the weathering around the nose here, though. This looks quite nice.
Cool. I do like the red nose. It does add something to it, I think.
Honestly, I'm still going to give it a 4. Even though I'm not too impressed by the color combination because we've seen this before. I do like the work put into this. I do like the weathering, and I mean, come on. PC Master Race Smurf. Look at that. We should have this as a proper decal in the game.
Yeah, baby. Yes, we need more cool decals like that. I'm all for that. Yeah, I'd say 4 as well. For that reason. Little Smurf sold it for me.
Oh, there's an interesting one coming up for the T80BVM. This skin was made by Guimay. It's classified as historical. And it looks absolutely amazing.
Look at that, baby.
Okay, so this is what it looks like without the ERA package. Let me put those on real quick. There you go. Honestly, I prefer it without.
I do as well.
I think the cage is kind of ruined it here. So I'm just going to quickly, just quietly take it off again. No ERA packages, it's fine. The T80BVM is a very good tank. It's one of my favorites. And this camouflage just makes it look really, really damn nice. I like the Russian winter camouflages.
Yeah, like we haven't really had a winter scheme like this, I think. The scheme that Russia gets is a bit sort of, I can't remember. It's like, it's white and like deserty almost, if I remember.
Kinda, yeah.
And to have a kind of thematically like strictly winter set tricolor theme is really nice. We don't really see that very much. I think the US has the closest. So yeah, I really like this. Different to what we have for the winter schemes. And yeah, I like it very well functionally and visually. It's pretty nice. Big ups from me.
Oxy, have you played 32,934 hours?
Nice try. Not quite as precise, but closer.
Within margin of error, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I really like this camouflage. I'm just a bit sad that the ERA package kind of ruins the look of it.
Yeah.
Given, however, that this is a historical camouflage, it will work very, very well in the snow maps in War Thunder. Although, of course, at this tier you have everything running around with thermal sight, so you're not exactly hidden. But maybe you're hidden for an aircraft.
Yep.
That can work.
Yep. Works
I really like this one. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. It's not quite 5-star level, but I really like this one.
Yep, I would go the same, I think.
I really, really like this one. All right. Moving on, we have the MiG-23M. This is the 298th Armored Battalion Libyan Armed... No, hold on. Sorry, I read the wrong line there. 4644 1st Fighter Air Regiment. This one was made by Atsuko, who I believe is actually one of our stream mods here. And this one is classified as a semi-historical skin. You actually saw the skin in the thumbnail of last week's stream. And now we have it in the game in the marketplace as well. If you're having issues on Twitch, by the way, head over to YouTube. YouTube is not having any issues right now. Something weird is going on with Twitch. I don't know what it is.
Something crazy is going on.
Crazy. YouTube is doing perfectly fine.
Yep.
You can watch the stream on there in nice and crisp 1440p.
Wowzer.
Now, MiG-23M. This one is an interesting one. It recently got the R60Ms. I need to get the cursor out of the way. I'm sorry, I keep on forgetting. There we go. The MiG-23 recently got the R60Ms. I've been trying them out quite a bit. Essentially, they're not the first all-aspect missiles, but the first proper high G-pull all-aspect IR missiles. And they can be a nasty surprise on head-ons. However, not the most amazing. The R60Ms do suffer a bit from losing track when anyone pops flares. Mm-hmm. They are very, very sensitive to flares. So they are very easily defeated, but if your enemy is not aware that you are trying to fire an R60 at them, you can get some easy kills with those. 30G, very nice. I love it quite a bit. And with the skin, even more so.
Yeah. Again, it reminds me kind of like the Ace Combat kind of vibes.
Yeah.
I guess like basically any modern jet skin will remind me of Ace Combat, so it's like a bit of a moot point. But I really like it. It adds something. I like the kind of base, almost greeny grey color of the main skin there, which is really nice. And the kind of fading as well makes it look pretty cool. And the roundels break it up quite nicely. And the little tiger on the front, cute.
Oh, I'm sad. This tiger is way too good. We're not used to good tigers in War Thunder.
Yeah, true.
We have the tiger.
Tiger.
This is the boss fight.
Yeah, it also looks like its tongue is made of bacon.
You make me hungry now, Tom.
Oh.
Honestly, 5.
Yeah, I think so. It's a really smooth skin. And I like that it's not too flashy. And I think a lot of the... I mean, you can get really nice, flashy, like modern jet skins, but like having ones that are kind of functional and kind of towing that line, really nice. I like it a lot. Yep, very cool.
There you go. You can check it as well in the document.
Yepers.
All right, next up we have a tank skin once again. The T-55A. This one is the 298th Armored Battalion Liban Armored Forces camouflage by Megafangs. And this one is classified as semi-historical. And I quite like this one, and I don't know why, it's giving me deja vu.
Yeah?
I could swear I saw a camo like this one in Bovington.
I think I remember seeing a picture of this skin. And it's like ever so tinily similar to the other skin you can get. It's not really, but it has the same kind of it's the VJ one, I think. So it's like it's kind of slightly, maybe a tiny bit similar in terms of the like two-tone with the like the dark green and the desert color, but not really. But
I think honestly just the orientation of the stripes, maybe, because the colors are quite different here.
That green that it has, it's almost perfectly the same as like toy tanks, which are really like interesting story. Which is, I think it was a T-62 or this tank. I found a toy tank in the woods when I was younger, like going out exploring with my dad. We used to go looking for bottle dumps and stuff. And I found it, I was playing with it as a kid or whatever, and I still have it somewhere. And it turns out that someone that joined my dad's work like 15 years later, it was his toy that he lost when he was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. And that's really cool, right? It could be like, he wasn't working there at the time. He joined like 15 years like later. And yeah, so that's a kind of a weird story. And it's like, it's either this tank or the T-62. And it had that same kind of light green, what am I saying? A sort of bluey green color, which I think is quite sweet.
Dude, that toy is cursed.
Yeah.
I hope you know that. Do you still have it?
Yeah.
Burn it.
It's in like a box. No, it's got like a little history to it. It's like, I like that.
Too much history. You don't know what I haven't seen.
Yeah, maybe. But I like it. It doesn't kind of work because I think the bright color on the very front plate as well as the red numbers kind of give it away in terms of actual camouflage. But it's versatile in that it can work on like forest maps and will work on desert maps. Excuse me. So yeah, I like it. I would say like 4.5 for me, that one. I like it. I like the colors a lot.
I'm going to give it a 4. I'm going to give it a 4. I like it, but it's I don't know, it's missing something.
Yeah, that's fair.
Although it looks very well done. Even the weathering. The weathering is, there's a nice attention to detail on the weathering.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's quite nice.
It looks like,
I'm going to give it a 4.
Yeah, very fair.
Okay, we have one last Russian vehicle here. We have the 2S25 Sprut SD. This is one of the latest vehicles added with the direct hit update. And this particular camo was made by Von Stier, who has been featured before as well. And oh god, the preview. The preview of his live page is terrifying.
Oh, is it an anime thing?
Yeah.
No.
This one is classified as semi-historical. It is a tricolor desert camouflage for the RF. Armed Forces. Not sure what RF is meant.
It's also basically exactly the same as the market skin for the Sturm as well. It
is, yeah.
With the same kind of inside. I don't really like this one, I'll be honest.
Because
as well, if I can,
I agree.
If you don't mind just showing this as well, it's just to me, it's too similar to the existing scheme. It's far too similar for me. Obviously, like the thickness of the lines and stuff is different, but it just, I don't know. I don't think it adds much. The decal is okay, but we have that decal in the game for a couple of events. You can make the decal on the side yourself, pretty much. It just doesn't really do much for me, I think. I mean, functionally, it's good desert camo. But that's it, really.
I don't mind it being similar to the other camouflages too much. I just... This kind of color combination doesn't really call to me. I think this brown, it's once again...
It doesn't call to me.
Yeah, it doesn't call to me. This brown just looks a bit off. It reminds me of spoiled coffee.
Yeah?
Yeah. Actually, it's probably what your coffee looked like when you put on the spoiled milk.
Oh, yeah.
Bad memories.
I don't know who put the milk back in the fridge. Someone did. I have no idea. No one's owned up to it. Someone's trying to, like, jape, like, stomach issues with everyone. Who is this?
Sabotage.
Oh.
Food poisoning.
Not a fan of that.
But yeah. As you can guess, speaking about the tank camouflage and talking about food poisoning is not the best sign. I'm going to give this a 2 point. I think so far this is my least liked camo.
I'd say probably just 2, solid 2.
Yeah. It's not my most favorite one for sure. It's a useful camo.
Yeah,
it's
it's
classified
like-
as semi-historical.
Undeniably, it's very functional, but I think in terms of like something that external for the marketplace, you want, at least for me, I want marketplace skins to be different from what you have access to. And sadly, not so much. Oh, that's interesting.
Probably looks better in the desert.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, we got some camouflage coming up for the UK for the very interesting section of vehicles, actually.
Bong, bong, bong.
Let's start off with the Buck.
Look at that boy.
I really like this one, actually.
Yeah.
This is the XW544 camouflage, so it's modeled after a real plane. This was made by S66 Owls, and it is classified as historical. And I really like this one.
Yes, very, very nice.
It actually makes it look menacing.
It does. It does make it. I know exactly what you mean. It sounds like a weird thing to say, but it absolutely does.
Can you show the base cam on the Buccaneer, just so people know I'm trying to refer here? But itself looks cute. I'm sorry, the base camera makes it look cute. It doesn't make it look menacing. Look at that.
Hi, baby.
It looks nice. It looks neat. It looks cute. It looks like it's all dressed up for a nice dinner with the family. It's dapper.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you have this guy over here.
Yeah.
This guy looks like he's going to war.
Yeah. That's the after the training montage.
Yes. I really like this camouflage. I really like this combination of colors here. See, this kind of brownish green I don't mind in combination with that. It looks really, really nice. Even the flare pods are painted.
Yeah, they're really nice.
I love this.
And that's my favorite British roundel as well. The kind of like dark red and dark blue. It's really nice. A lot of detail put into that, I think, from the looks of it. And yeah, it's just, we don't really have many schemes like that in the game for like the more modern British jets, which is really cool. So I'm a big old fan about that.
I forgot this thing had about two more.
Oh, sad.
What's going to look away? Oh, by the way.
My man straight booling on the tail there.
How small can I make my decals?
Don't do it.
Do it.
No, you don't.
I absolutely need to do it. Hold on.
Absolutely not required.
Oh, I can make it very small.
That's actually almost perfect, though, isn't it?
I can't quite get a middle ground. I just put it a little big.
Yeah, that works, I think.
Bobblehead. No, not screenshots. God damn it. Too many keybinds. There we go. There. That's perfect.
Where's he going, Mike?
Well, apparently he's going towards the grove.
Oh. Oh.
I mean, it's not bad when it's open. Just looks a bit...
What does this mean for subtext?
It means I'm getting the skin of 5, actually.
Okay.
4.5. 4.5.
Yeah. I'd say it's like either a low 5 or a very high 4.
Just because it doesn't have this face on by default. You have to put it on, actually. That's why. Yes. 4.5.
Yep. I like it. Very nice.
I really like this one.
Yep, very cool.
For the Buccaneer S2, you can get it yourself as well. Okay, next up again, another one of those planes that looks kind of cute by itself, but then turns into a bit of a warrior. Can you quickly show the base skin of it first?
I certainly can. Here it is.
So this next plane is the Sea Vixen. This is the base camouflage that Tom is showing right now. It looks alright, again. Looks nice, looks neat, looks kind of cute.
Yep.
And then you have this plane going through its emo phase.
Yes.
With this pure black camouflage. This is the XJ488 Royal Navy Test Squadron camouflage by Nova 29R. Or Nov A29R. This is classified as semi-historical, and it makes the Vixen actually look pretty damn nice.
Whoa.
Okay,
cool.
I hesitate to say it. I mean, it still has the Vixen cockpit. If you ignore that, and I mentioned this before, if you just look at it from above and cut out the cockpit and the tail fins, it's a really nice Horton 229.
Yeah, you're right. I can't deny that at all. Yep.
There
Absolutely.
you go. So there you go. You have a very nice Horton 229 camouflage for the Sea Vixen. Looks very nice. It's awesome.
Very cool, dude. Yep, I like that.
Mobius, you said Buck and I was tapped out. 40 meant the Buck Sam. Nah, not yet. Yeah, this camouflage, I mean, it's nice, but at the same time, it's also quite simple overall. The rocket pods aren't painted. Nothing like this is painted. I'm going to give this a 4. A solid 4.
Yeah, I think a kind of, yeah, 4, because it's just, there's not really a lot of weathering. It looks a bit too sleek, again, a bit like a toy. I mean, I guess I imagine in this library it wasn't exactly used to the point where it would get a lot of weathering, which makes sense. But disconnecting that and just looking at it from like a skin, sort of in a disconnected sense, yeah, it's a little to me.
This font looks a bit weird.
Yeah, it looks a bit kind of JPEG-y.
Oh, okay, I like the grain nose actually. Yeah, 4. I'm going to give this a solid 4. All right, next up we have one for the Spitfire Mark 24. This is one of my favorite planes in the game.
This I like because the base aluminium on this plane looks a bit gross.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know if it's just this one, but the aluminium looks dirty. It doesn't. It's like it's like the little textures repeated too much.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah.
I don't really like it.
I've generally not been a fan of bare metal planes and Warframe, to be honest. I like myself a nice bit of camo.
Yeah, I do as well.
And as much as I like the Spitfire Mark 24, it's an amazing plane. It kind of lacks in that, but this camouflage is amazing. This is the VN307 camouflage by Super Fulcrum, and it is historical. I believe this was used in the 50s in Vietnam, actually. And it makes the thing look really, really nice. Oh, what am I doing again? There we go. I really like the blue in the nose. I really like this combination of the, I guess, teal green and darker green.
Yep.
The invasion stripes. The round looks quite nice, actually. The yellow wingtips. I really like this thing overall.
Yeah, it's a nice scheme. I think it's really nice to finally actually get a proper camouflage scheme for the Spit 24 because it's been bare metal for too long, and I like it. Yep. I think again for me, the roundels especially, it's a bit too sleek. Again, like a dinky toy, and yeah, that's the only thing that detracts it from me a little bit. But I think in general, I like the color. Like that teal color is one of my favorite colors. I really like teal. It's a very pretty color. And so as actual camouflage for a plane, it looks really nice. Yep.
It does have a decent bit of weathering overall as well. I mean, okay, the nose, hold on. This nose could use a bit more weathering, that's for sure.
Yep.
This looks a bit too perfect here. But in that, I really like the camouflage. 4. I'm going to give it a 4.
Yeah.
A nice solid 4. All right, next up we have the Comet 1, if it's actually going to load. There we go. This is a Finnish camouflage, a 50s Finnish winter camouflage. This one was made by a Novice, and it is classified as historical, which kind of taught me something, because I didn't actually know the Finns used comets after the war.
I think I did, yeah. With this one, the thing I like the most about it is that it has that base green, which I want as a skin, like for every British tank.
Yes, the dark green is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, like the Bovington scheme. It's really nice dark scheme. And the snow, like the snow color as well, like the winter. It looks, I don't know, it's really realistic. I like that.
It looks incredibly weathered, which is actually a good thing here.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned before, generally with winter camos, you don't want them to be too weathered. They look all dusted out and stuff.
Yeah, but this one I still think works because it's believable that like some guys like white paint were like, okay, you've got an afternoon, put some white on your tank or whatever. And it's like, quite haphazard, a little bit, I guess.
There's even paint splatters on the rope here.
Yeah, like it's a bit scruffy, but I think it really works. And it's great for those winter maps that have like a little bit of foliage as well. So pretty nice. The only thing that detracts a bit is that the roundel looks a bit too, it's like not quite fitting with the rest of the weathering. But yeah, it's pretty nice. I like it a lot.
It's got a number plate as well. Perfect.
It do.
So yeah, this looks like a proper war tank. I'm going to give this a solid 4 as well, if not a 4.5. I really like this color.
I'd say 4.5. I mean, the base green is really good. I'm a big fan of that.
Sadly, the Comet isn't quite as good as it used to be back in the day, but still quite a nice quite useful tank with the APDS. I like this camo though.
Yep.
Okay, next up we have the TTD. Now this is an interesting one. I wasn't expecting this to get a camouflage actually.
Yeah, and it's I remember a picture of what this was supposed to be, at least compared to the scheme on it, which is it's I can't remember what it's from. But yeah, it's nice, but again,
it looks very similar to that one, yeah.
Very similar to the existing scheme, which is the only detriment, really.
I believe this is also one of the cheapest camouflages right now out of the box.
Yep.
And it's also classified as fictional. This one was made by Tovarov Rostov. It's the Desert Tricolor Camouflage. But sadly, since it is set as fictional, it means that by default, not everyone will see this camouflage. Which kind of devalues it a bit. That combined with the similarity to one of the G camos you can already get.
Yeah, and I think,
it's not the greatest.
Yeah, the thing is, like, all of the camos for this vehicle are all desert. And to be nice, at least for a fictional skin that doesn't, that's completely fictional, it'll be nice to have like an actual, thematic, more forest scheme, because it's the only one that these vehicles don't have. I mean, you could kind of put this one on and make it a bit bigger to get a bit of green on the turret. Not quite the same thing. So I think if we are going fictional, it should have been a bit more like versatile as a camo scheme, at least from my perspective anyway.
I do like the number plate.
Number plate's good.
I like this little decal on the side of the turret as well. It's quite nice.
Yeah.
But overall, this is going to be a 2 for me.
I think 2 as well.
It's going to be 2 for me. It just doesn't really bring anything too new to the table.
That's the thing, yeah. Like, I don't think in any way that it's a poor actual, representation of a skin for a vehicle. It just doesn't really add much. So yeah, I think I'd probably go 2 as well. Again, not because it's functionally bad. It just doesn't really add very much.
All right, let's move on to the Land of the Rising Sun. We have Japan with 3 skins in this box.
Yes.
The first one being the AH-64DJP. Now, there's a bit of confusion here. In-game, it says it's semi-historical. On the marketplace, it says it's fictional. I'm not quite sure which one is correct here. That's also a very nice camo, by the way.
Yeah, so this is an ancient one.
That's very, that looks like a proper toy play.
It was one you could get from like War Thunder Live back in the day when they did their first share program. So you could get this one, and I think you could also get a yellow one on the one of these. Yeah. So
okay, those really look like toys.
Yeah, you get these like acrobatic ones back in the day, which is quite cool. Yeah, irrelevant, but still cool.
The Apache is not the most acrobatic plane out there. That is for sure plane aircraft. It's a helicopter. I like the general scheme of it. I can see this working in Afghanistan, for example, again with this brown and white combination here.
I believe, unless I'm mistaken, it has another GE skin, or like, is it the base skin? Actually,
it's not the G skin, that's for sure, because I don't have it.
Yeah, it might be the base skin that looks a bit too kind of similar in what it's doing to me. It's like it's the same like vertical like line pattern.
Yeah, I can see that,
and it doesn't really change the directions very much, and it's like. Yeah, like I don't dislike the color choices, but to me, it's not really. It doesn't really do much for me.
I think the problem here is I think the base camo looks actually much better.
Yeah,
it's lacking weathering. It is really lacking a lot of weathering here. It looks a bit too perfect, a bit too
shiny. Yeah, it's a bit like a metal toy. Yeah, it's a shame.
I mean, it's nice getting a camouflage for the Japanese Apache, that is for sure. But personally, I think I'm going to stick with the base one here. So.
Yeah.
I don't think it's quite as boring as the TTD was. I'm going to give it a 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 is fair.
2.5, yeah. I think it's a good one. Just because I like Japanese Apaches as well. Although, of course, nothing is ever going to touch my absolutely best camouflage out there. Best camouflage ever made. Yes.
It's so kawaii-des.
See, this is a 5. That right there is a 5, not that one. There you go. All right, next up. Oh yeah, by the way, the skin was made by TSGT and it's classified, well, that depends. It's semi-historical in-game, fictional on the marketplace. I'm not sure what exactly it is. Moving on to one that actually looks really, really nice, and I like this one. This looks...
It's some of my... that's such a strong color scheme to me. I really, really like that. This is one of my favorites in the box.
This is the F-104J. I'm going to mispronounce this. ACO... Tune and Second Tactical Fighter Squadron. This was made by SICK today, and it is classified as semi-historical, which means by default people can see this.
Did you ever play Eco on the PS2?
I have not, no.
Really good game, like really strong, like world building and like visual storytelling with the world. So good. Play it on an emulator or the actual game if you can. Anyway, yeah, I really like this. I love the like. I don't know, it's the pairing of the colors. It's perfect for me. Like the sort of gray color and the strong green and the black. Also the detail with like the spray paint looking around the edges. It looks really realistic like that. I like this a lot, a whole lot.
There's some instructions inside the Japanese rifle as well, which is quite nice.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know why, but it looks really like a proper Japanese camouflage. It may be the color combination. I don't know. It just looks really nice.
Yeah, this is probably my top 3 in the box for this one. I'd say easily a 5 for me.
Absolutely.
I like it a lot.
Yeah,
really
absolutely. This is a very, very easy 5 indeed.
Very, very nice. Very nice.
This one, of course, is classified as semi-historical, so again, people can see this, so this is definitely one of the ones that you might want to get. Sadly, it doesn't paint the rocket pods, which is just a slight bit disappointing. I would have liked to see that, but overall, it's a very, very nice camouflage. I like the colors. Look at that. It's so beautiful.
It is.
This is a proper cinema shot right here.
Yeah, really nice. Really pretty.
Amazing. So yeah, 5. Tom says 5 as well. Purple 5 out of 5 skin. Oh, interesting. This one is a bit conflicting to me. This is the Kachi, one of the recent event vehicles. One of my favorite vehicles in recent times. I absolutely love playing this thing. This is the beach landing camouflage by Terror 610. There's a major issue though. It's classified as fictional.
Yep. And at the same time, it's very similar to the marine camo you get with the event.
Yeah. And it's also not the Thomas the Tank Engine camo, so...
True.
You know, it kind of detracts from that.
Yeah, I think the marine camo that we can get is very similar in terms of that it gets the flag on the side of the turret.
Well, I turned it into Thomas the Tank Engine as well, so forgive me, but yes.
Yeah, but I think a bit similar. I mean, it adds some of the camo patterns on the side, which is quite similar to, I think, some American PT boats had that scheme on a lot of them. Which is nice.
I have to say though, I really like one thing: the overspray.
Yeah, that's
this
nice.
is a nice attention to detail.
Yep.
Even on the top, you can see a bit of overspray. So that right there bumps it up at least a star by my metrics. But overall, it's a bit too bland when you can already do a Thomas the Tank Engine thing. And because it's fictional as well, not many people get to see this.
No, and even those who do, you know, it's not exactly. I think for me, fictional skins should be very striking, and this one doesn't really land that. I think it's too similar to the existing skins.
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 2.5, just because of the overspray. I like that.
Yep, I agree 100% with that.
Otherwise, it would have been a 2, but yeah, there you go. Okay, let's move on to China Gaming. We have the A5C, the newest Chinese premium that you can get on the store. Has been released with a direct hit. And is the Avenger Squadron Bangladesh Air Force camouflage. Made by Fool on the Hill. It is classified as historical, and once again, this is a bit conflicting to me.
Yeah.
On one hand, I am an absolute sucker for this kind of blue. I love it. I absolutely love it. And the color combination itself is very, very nice as well. But it's also very similar to all the camouflage you already have on this plane, which is kind of the major downside. It is slightly different. Pull up the other ones. Is that the base one or is that the pre-order one?
That's the base one.
That's the base one. So you can see it has some distinct.
It's still like a kind of deserty vibe skin, so it doesn't really add much in that respect. But I do really like the dark green. The dark green adds a lot.
That is the thing. The dark green really adds a lot.
It breaks it up quite nicely, which is really sweet. And
I like the blue.
Yeah, I think the blue's the same on this version. It's a little bit lighter blue.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It's definitely a very nice looking skin, but because it is so similar to some of the other ones you already have, I can't give this a full score. I'm going to give this a 3.5.
I think that's pretty fair. I think I think 3.5 is fine. It's I think the green's nice. Got a decent bit of weathering that's not on the. I don't believe it's on the base skin. The weathering's unique, which is good. Always nice to see a bit of extra effort gone in. And I think is this the first aircraft we have with this from this nation with those roundels on it? I think it is. I don't believe we have another one.
I'm not sure. Hold on. This is the Bangladeshi Air Force.
I don't think we have another one from back.
I don't think so. Maybe.
So
maybe someone in chat can confirm if we have another Bangladeshi camouflage.
Yeah.
That might be the only one. All right. Moving on to. Wait. Hold on. Did I shout its name? I don't think I did. This was made by Fool on the Hill. It is a historic camouflage, so if you want to roll around in style and have everyone see it. you can get this camo. Next up, we have the J7E. And this is the cutest skin out of all of them.
It's so cute.
So, this is the 72263 Aggressor Camouflage by Maki Is My Life. It is classified as historical, so everyone can see it. And I am a bit conflicted on this one. On the one hand, I do really like the concept of it. I like the decals. I really like the decals. They look quite nice. The color combination, though.
I like it. I like the pink. That pink resonates with me.
It looks like a
deeply.
strawberry cow.
Yeah, kind of. It reminds me of the secret cow from Katamari Damacy that you can get on the cowbear level. For one of you that ever played that game and got that. I know, yes, that's like the strawberry cow. Yeah, I really like it. That pink resonates with me deeply. I like it a lot. It's a very sweet color, a rare color, I think, as well.
Just don't think it really fits on a war. No.
That's what I like about it. I think it kind of...
It's unique, that's for sure.
I like subversive things like that, in that you have something in a very kind of cutesy color scheme that's kind of dangerous. I like that. I like subversions and things that don't seem like how they are on the surface. I think that kind of encapsulates that. So, yeah, I'm a big old fan over this one. I like it a lot.
I'm not sure what scoring to give it.
I'll go 4 or 5, personally.
4 or 5?
Yeah, I like it.
Give it a 4. I'll give it a 4. It's an interesting concept. It's not really a color combination we've ever seen before, really, which I do quite enjoy. At the same time, I've played too much Rune. I can think of a strawberry cow.
I think like the only I don't know, have it unlocked on this one. I know that the scimitar, and I don't have it unlocked, has like a GE camo that's kind of pinky. I don't know if you have it available on your one, but
did you also have a pink Spitfire?
Yeah, the Spitfire gets the evening recon camo, which is nice. I think the scimitar has a G camo that's kind of pinky color, which is quite sweet.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
This skin was made by Monkey Is My Life. It's historical, so everyone can see it, and you can kill them with kindness.
Yes.
Alright, the last Chinese vehicle here is the ZTZ-993. This is the latest MBT released with a direct hit, and I actually really like this one. Yep. This one was made by Liechtenstein. Once again, he's been featured before in this box. This is the Gobi skin. It is classified as semi-historical, so by default people can still see this. And I like the combination of blocky ERA with digital camo.
Yeah, it's actually really nice. I think I'm very big fan of squares. I don't know really why. I just like squares. You look distracted. What's wrong? Something breaking?
Something is very much breaking right now, actually. Hold on.
What's going
on? Let me just quickly switch over to this.
Okay.
Even the preview on your side is looking bad right now.
Oh, that's weird, yeah. I'm freezing.
What's GPU is doing? The GPU is at 18% though. Same as the CPU. What's going on?
What's going on?
Something very wrong is going on right now.
Something very wrong is happening.
It's like I might have to quickly restart the YouTube stream. Not the YouTube stream, the Twitch stream. That is weird.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Twitch, give me just 5 seconds real quick. I'm going to try and restart the Twitch stream. Maybe that'll work. It is actually closed down. I'm going to start to try and reduce the settings a little bit.
Curious.
What is going on?
I don't know. Our PC's dying? We're having a power surge? What's this?
I'm not sure. Doesn't feel like it's hot. Maybe a cooler died or something.
Maybe.
It just compares better on YouTube as well, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, I think... Okay, it's recovered now. It has recovered now. Let me quickly do a settings check here. Oh, right, if I do that, it will cut... Ah, oh, damn it. I forgot about that. I can't change the settings right now.
Eh.
Unless, actually, I can do this. Hold on. Performance, and we'll do 5,500 just in case. Okay, let's see if this helps in some degree. Start streaming once again. Okay, still seems to be working right now. And we are back live on Twitch as well, I think. Okay.
Yes.
Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps. I think if you see it stuttering on that end as well, let me know.
Yes.
I think we should be back right now. YouTube. Is YouTube doing better now? I think YouTube should be doing better now.
Yes.
Twitch should be back live as well. I think we are good.
Yes.
Okay. I think we're good for the time being. Right. This is the ZTZ99 where I talked about this. This is a camouflage by Liechtenstein. Has been featured before. It's semi-historical, so people can see by default. And I really like this one. I do really like this one. Hold on. Look at that. Look at that boy.
Look at that boy.
There's just something about digital camouflages on boxy tanks that works really, really well.
Yeah, it works. I think it's really nice. It's very, it's clean in a good way. Usually I don't like clean skins, but this one is, I don't know, it works. It's the blockiness, because this tank is very blocky in the first place. The squares really add to it. I like it a lot. It's really nice.
Can you check the base log on the base skin?
I can have a look. Nice. Big. Let's have a look.
It's a new log.
It's a new log.
It's a new log. Look at that.
We done got a gosh darn new goddamn log.
So that is the base log on the base skin. This is the log on Liechtenstein skin. Honestly, that's a solid 5 right there. Just for the effort of actually painting the log itself as well. Yes. That's a five star skin right there. I really enjoy that.
The log, man. Look at the log, man.
You can't forget about the log. If you want to make a proper skin, you can't forget about the details.
Yeah.
Logs, gun pods, rocket pods, all the good stuff.
Yep.
It really sets your skins apart.
Those little details add to it a lot. So yeah, this one's really nice.
I enjoy this one. Very much so.
Large, nice.
That's a 5-star skin right there. Okay, next up we have Italy. Italy gets 2 skins in this. We have the Dardo IFV. A very good vehicle. This is the dotted Kark camouflage made by Impersonator, and sadly it is classified as fictional.
Yeah.
Which makes me a bit sad. Very sad, actually. Very, very, very sad. So this one, despite being quite a useful camouflage overall, because it is set as fictional, most people will not see it. Most of your enemies will not see this. And it reduces its usefulness somewhat. And again, it's not flashy enough to be a fictional one, really.
Yeah, like, I like it because it's very similar to the German uniform pattern. Like the ambush pattern on the uniforms from one of the enlisted squads has this on it.
True.
And I love that scheme a lot. But yeah, it's the sort of thing you would imagine would not be fictional. Again, for fictional skins, you want something that's kind of extravagant or just, I don't know, out of the box kind of thing. This is the sort of thing that's believable to be on a tank, and I think those sort of things shouldn't be fictional in that sense. So, yeah, that's really nice. I like that. That's very, very cool.
But sad because it's fictional. I don't know. I can't give this movie, really. I mean, it looks nice. I do like the weathering.
Yeah.
I do really like the weathering. That's the thing. I'm going to take it to 3.5.
Yeah, I think 3.5 is fair. Yeah, 3.5 is fair.
It makes it look very German.
Yeah, it does.
I guess is good.
Sec Twitch there. The Danish defense skin is not from this box. That's an old one. But it is nice, though. It's
Do you have it?
Yeah, got it on my Bulldog here. It's a fairly old one, but it's got this little camo net on the side.
Oh, that's really nice, actually.
Yeah, this is an old one.
Damn.
Well, older one, rather. It's cool, though. Yep.
Speaking of stuff with digital camouflage, although this is really minimalistic digital camouflage.
Yeah.
We have the Centauro 105. This is a Royal Jordanian army camouflage made by Milanezzi. And this one is a semi-historical skin, so people can see this by default. I like the base color.
Yeah.
I like the little spots of paint, although I'm not sure how effective this is.
I don't know what the line of thinking is with it, because surely they're too sporadic to do anything. It just looks like, I think that the base scheme alone is sort of enough for camouflage, and the little splotches are kind of weird to me. It doesn't really seem...
I guess it looks like a bit like a digital canvas. It's like deteriorating over here. Which I guess looks cool, but at the same time it looks like there's not enough splotches. And at the same time, just enough.
Mm,
I don't know
yeah.
if it would look good with more.
Yeah, true. That's a good point. I like the base scheme is really nice, though. I can really see that fighting in the sort of environments. It's a very, very sort of the perfect color, I think. There's a little bit of variation on the turret with the different shades of like desert colors and like light pinks and stuff. That works quite well. Um, but yeah, I think it's the little. I know it's odd. I don't dislike the choices with the splotches on it, but it's odd. I think.
Very odd. I'm going to give this an odd out of 5.
Yeah, I think odd out of 5 is pretty fair. Yeah.
I actually quite like this from this angle.
Yeah.
So yeah, the skin was made by Milanezzi. It's the Royal Jordanian Army camouflage, and it is semi-historical. Okay, it is time to go to the last nation. We have 3 skins for Sweden, which are all quite nice. Let's start off with my personal star of the show.
Look at the baby.
Look at it! It's a banana draken.
The banana draken, dude.
Banana draken, I should say. Sorry, I think that's how it's pronounced actually properly in Sweden.
Banana draken.
Banana draken.
My favorite.
Absolutely. Can I get some? Never mind. This is hold on, I need to get the cursor out of the way. There we go, and boop. This is the Johann Gull camouflage by Invader. It's classified as semi-historical simply for the reason that this camouflage is real, but it was put on the J35J, not the J35D.
There's also, I don't know, I think it's like from the bi-monthly ones, but you can get that shark decal in orange as an actual decal for Sweden, which is kind of cool. Pretty nifty.
I think I kind of prefer the black one, though.
I do as well. Actually, is there for the German Navy, is there there's kind of like a similar-ish one you can get.
Yeah, not too similar.
It's still a swordfish in the same pose, kinda.
See, here's the thing. I'm usually not a fan of very flashy colors.
Yeah.
But this specific shade of yellow works really well on a Swedish plane.
Yeah, I don't dislike it, I think. It's a bit, I mean, I like, the thing is, like, for War Thunder, like, at least thematically for War Thunder, I like that the top tier kind of has a more realistic kind of tone to the skins. And I think I don't like too many flashy things like this, but it does work, and I do like it for that.
It just so happens that the Swedish roundel also works very well with this color.
Yeah, it does.
I think this might just be my new go-to camo. I mean, I have plenty of Draken skins already. I absolutely love this plane. But this is quite well.
Yep.
Got the Austrian Air Force, which honestly, the Austrian Air Force, I mean, it's alright, but kind of boring.
Yeah.
A little bit too boring, not enough weathering, really.
Also, I think this one's here that wasn't in the list.
No. Oh, I forgot about that one, actually. Ooh, my bad.
In case I forget, yes.
Okay, we need to show this at the end of the list because I completely forgot about that one. Splinter camouflage as well, which is nice, but it looks quite similar to the base one. But yeah, this one, this Johann Gull's camo, I'm surprised it's not of a higher rarity. It's only uncommon.
Yeah.
It's not even rare or anything.
I can briefly check how much it is actually as
This
well.
is a really nice one.
It is
Jotun 70. There's no trailing A in banana in Swedish, so it would be called Banandraken. Banandraken.
It's only the equivalent of like $1, basically, so pretty cheap.
Honestly, it's a steal. That's actually generally a steal.
That's a steal. Get it
I
yourself.
love this camouflage. It's semi-historical. No, it's actually historical. No, it's semi-historical. It's semi-historical, so people can see it by default, and it does make you a bit of a target, I have to say. You're not going to be flying around stealthily with the skin, that's for sure.
Yepers.
I like it a lot, though.
Very
I really
nice.
like it.
Absolutely.
All right. We have the JA37
This is the one I
vegan.
wanted. This is the one I wanted.
I'm sad, though.
I love the little spooky ghosts, dude. I love the little ghosties.
We do have the decals for that. So
Yeah.
I have to make a personal confession now. When we had to vote up for these skins, I did give 5 stars to both.
Yeah.
Although I did only comment on the other one. Because this one has a user skin, which, come on,
I do personally prefer the red one.
I can see that. I can see it. I mean, this doesn't look like a real warplane, even though this is a historical camouflage as well. The real one is painted this way. I really like this black and gold one. I don't know. We have so many red planes already in the game, though.
Yeah, but it's really nice. A really nice strong red, and the ghosts add a lot to it. I think there's one on the bottom as well.
I'm just going to check that.
I think there's one on the bottom. At least actually, is there? I don't think there is. Have I invented that in my head? I have.
Just below the wings, but not on the
that's what I
fuselage.
meant, yeah. Because
Spooky noises.
I remember seeing a picture of the ghost on the bottom. But yeah, I like that. I think the ghosts add a lot to it. It's just nice. It's a really strong red, very pleasing red. And I don't know, I like the little ghosts. I like ghosts. I think ghosts are cool. I'm all for ghosts in general. Don't really know why. But yeah, I really like it. Really sleek, really strong colors. I don't know, it's just, I don't know, looks dangerous and kind of sweet at the same time. It does a lot for me.
I don't know. Honestly, the red is a bit too much. It looks a bit too much like a toy plane.
I don't know, kind of. I think it does have enough weathering on it. And I think because I've seen pictures of it in real life, it looks pretty much exactly like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I like it. It's an easy 5 for me. That's the one I wanted from the...
Hidden Ghost.
Yeah.
I like
Secret
the ghost.
Ghost.
Secret Ghost.
My Jontron ghost voice. Man, that's vintage.
I am still going to give this a 4.5 just because it's a really nice skin on a really nice plane, which I do quite enjoy. I'm not going to give it a 5 just because I would have preferred the black one just a slightly bit more. I'm sorry, I'm biased in this way. I would have really preferred that black one because come on, hold on. I need to do this.
I think it's a big old 5 for me. Really strong colors. Really nice red. And I like it a lot.
Come on, tell me in my face this isn't absolutely incredibly sexy.
It's very nice.
Even the round look. Oh, it looks so good. So good. And I'm sad now because we're probably not going to see this in the marketplace unless it gets in at some point in the future.
Maybe.
I mean, honestly, I would be surprised if this doesn't make it into the marketplace at some point.
Yeah, it's really
It's
nice.
just too good. This would sell like hotcakes.
It would. Hot cakes, dude.
Absolutely. So yeah, there you go. That is the skin for the vegan. And just like the skin called The Show Must Go On, we must go on as well. You get it a 5.
Yep.
I'll give it a 4.5. This skin, by the way, this skin was made by Starlight Shinin, and it is historical, so everyone can see this, which I have to say, a bright red plane in simulator mode is going to be interesting.
I like it.
All right, next up we have the Saab 105 OE. This is the Austrian version, of course, with a nice Austrian Air Force camouflage. This is called Karo Us. It is made by KJW and it is classified as historical. Does this Saab get any other camouflages, by the way? I can't recall if it had marketplace camouflages before. This is the premium version, by the way, so not too many people have it, really. It's a decent plane. It's not quite as maneuverable as the SK60B in the Swedish tech tree, which I'm a bit sad about. I don't think this one also gets the reverse thrust, as far as I'm aware, whereas the SK60 does. Although what this thing does get is anti-air missiles together with the ground ordnance. On the SK60, the tech tree version, you can only get... Well, actually, no, there's a tech tree version of this one as well. Never mind. But on the predecessor, the SK60B, you get only... Essentially, you can only carry a pair of big rockets or gun pods. Nothing else, no missiles. On this one, you can. But that is completely irrelevant to the skin. This is a nice Austrian skin out there for, well, all the Austrians. And I don't know. As a German, I'm legally obligated to put down anything Austrian. Anything that's attached to Germany, not annexed. In the country borders, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that borders Germany has to be put down.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Understandable.
I'll also give it a 4. It's a nice looking skin.
Yeah, I like the wings. The wings are nice. They're very strong red. I think like there's too much bare metal for me to be like super excited about it, but it's very thematic. I think it works. The with the roundel scheme and with the reds and the whites. Yep, I think 4's fair. It's pretty.
Gefahr!
Gefahr sounds like a Lord of the Rings name.
Lord Gefahr.
Yes.
There you go. Now there's one skin left, which I actually completely forgot to put in this. It was for the STRF 1940, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think the 1001. I don't think I have it on this.
I should have it. There we go.
Should be that one.
There we go. The Virgo camouflage. Now, I need to actually read it from here. It's a semi-historical skin. Okay, so people can see it by default. Sadly, I don't have the name of the creator here in the list right now. I need to add it to the list later on. I completely forgot about that. Sorry. And this is for the STRF 1940. It's the first time I see it, actually.
I really like this one. I like the. It just looks very realistic. I like the dark greens and the strong white, and that's really nice for camouflage. Little scully bones on the back, and I'm
scary.
I'm a fan of anything spooky like that. Very
Spooky, scary Yes, skeletons.
I like all the decals as well, the way they're done. They're very sort of realistically painted on, which is very cool. I like that. And yeah, it's lots of different accents. It looks like a proper real vehicle, which is really nice. And
Do you wonder if this tank has treasure in it?
maybe, I mean, the shovel is right there. It's prime for the taking, surely. There's got to be something knocking about in there, I would say.
I think we have this theme where we really like this shade of green.
Yeah, the green's nice.
Okay, the storage actually looks really quite nice. I
Yeah.
like that. You can
Loads
also
of
see a bit of
detail.
this, effect over here. Yeah, I'm going to give this a 4, actually.
I'd say 5 just because I like the little skull and crossbones. It's really cute. I like it a lot.
I can vibe with that. I like this.
Very pretty.
I like
Very
this quite
functional
a
as well.
lot.
Very functional. I like it.
I don't think anyone has Urban Unbanned KGW. What, KGW? No, KGW made the Saab skin, not this one.
But if they're banned for a reason, no.
There you go. Just because you make skins doesn't mean you can't break the rules of the games.
Yeah. I mean, by the way, we have no context to whatever that
Yeah.
means. So, if it's a bad thing, well, if it's unjust or whatever, that's nothing to do with us. So.
Right, there we go. And that was pretty much all of the skins. Now, once again, I'm going to post the link in the chat, and Twitch is dying again because of course it is. If you click on this link, you can also find the link down below in the description of the stream, both on YouTube and on Twitch. You can find it as a panel down below. It'll bring you to a list of all the skins that have been included in this trophy, including the creator names, including the creator pages. So if you happen to really like a skin, check out the creator. They might have some other skins that you also really enjoy. You can check out the marketplace pages where you can buy the skin to use it in the game and have other people see it as well. Or you can also visit the live.warframe pages, which is also included, where you can download the skin for free and use it and only see it yourself if you happen to have liked any of the skins we showcased today. I will be adding the final one later on. I just forgot about that. I'll be doing that as I get home, so you guys don't miss out on that. And yeah, congratulations to all the people who have gotten their skins featured in this box. Once again, all of these skins were made by players, by creators, by artists, not guardian staff. All of these skins were made by players of this game who have uploaded their skins to live.warthunder.com, and they all get a revenue share from the purchase of the keys that open the boxes. That can be quite a bit of money involved. So if you want to support the people, you can try luck with the boxes, and they will get a share of the revenue. Spooky Scary, can I get skins on console? You can't use the marketplace directly. You can also not download the skins from Live.War Thunder. Mods like that are not allowed on console. I believe, however, you can open the boxes with GE.
Yes, you can.
Although it's random what skin you get on that. So it can be a bit of a gamble of what exactly you get if you happen to want one specific skin. But I believe the creators will get a share of the revenue of that as well. All right, this is going to be it for today. Thank you very much for watching the stream. We are going to rate someone, even though we probably don't have too many people watching on Twitch right now, just because it's a bit dying. Yep. Let me see who is live right now. Let's do someone. Hey, this guy's nice. I like this guy.
Yeah.
He's not too big. He is quite nice. Okay.
He's not too big. He is quite nice.
I believe, I'm not sure if he's Swedish or Finnish. I believe he's Swedish, actually.
Norwegian, I think.
Norwegian, actually. Yep. Yeah. True. So Banana Draken would probably not work too well. Just type Banana Draken in the chat. It'll be fun. Just type Banana Draken. So, let's on Twitch. We're going to rate someone. I want you guys to type Banana Draken in the chat when we do. YouTube, thank you much for watching this stream. You can rewatch the VOD if you have missed anything. It should still be unlisted, so if you don't lose this link, you will be able to see everything back and check out all the skins. Don't forget to check out the links down below, so you can check out the entire list of the skins with all the interesting links to the marketplace and mod pages and all the good stuff, as well as the creators, so you can congratulate them on getting featured. You can also check out our stream team. We have a stream team on Twitch, a collection of content creators who stream War Thunder and are quite nice. And yeah, we'll be gone. My name has been Mike Goes Boom. I've been joined by lovely Tom. Do you have anything else to add right now? We are going home. Yes. We will see you again tomorrow on Enlisted in the Tunisia CBT. Or we can see you again next week as well in the same channel at the same time. Thank you much for watching. We are out.